January may not be the best month for Pokemon Go thus far, but it could change depending on what may spawn during the couple events that have not been announced fully yet. I'm Alex Gummy, aka Chigley. Welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead.
Yes, let's go! Shiny Buizel! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god!
So, weeks ago, we got some information about what's happening throughout the month of January, such as Spotlight Hours, which are trash. We have news about raid bosses after Kyurem leaves that are trash. And then, of course, we have the research breakthrough that is also trash. Nobody wants that shiny Onix or Onix in general. I mean, now there's been some talk about no longer having Mega Energy for Mega Steelix, and now it's going to be attained in a time research, which you get 200, which is great. So now that gives a lot of trainers a good reason not to bother with the research breakthrough. So all that is trash. The only good thing so far about the month is the Spheal Community Day, because that's the shiny we're going to be grinding for. But things could be different about the month of January depending on what is being dropped when it comes to details about a couple events such as the Power of Mountains and this Electric and Steel type event based off the inspiration of the Kanto region's power plant. So there's no announcements about any of these events as of yet, but I've done some research over my Christmas break, and I think there's going to be some new shinies and potentially new Pokemon, or what could potentially be spawning in general during these events. Because I'm making this because I don't want to be surprised. You know, like I think this is what's going to happen, and you never know. So before we go further down, what do you think is going to be happening during those events? What new shiny is going to be out, and what do you think is going to be the new Pokemon or new form or anything going to be appearing? Let me know in the comments below. Also, subscribe to Chigley Productions for more content, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up. This is not supportive. This is. Let's dive in. The first event that we need to talk about is the Power of Mountains, because that event is going to be coming out on January 7th through the 13th. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's like about a week, right? So it's not going to be like too exciting, but you never know what's going to happen. I have listed out every single Pokemon, just kind of like narrowed it down a little bit, but there are 3 different mountains from the Johto and Sinnoh region, because again, the Power of Mountains event is supposed to be featuring Pokemon that would be seen in the mountain ranges, mountain ranges from the Johto and the Sinnoh region. So we're gonna show you guys, I don't know if I should just like screenshot my notepad on the screen. I think that'd be kind of helpful. And every star that's next to a Pokemon's name is currently shiny as of now. But anyway, I wrote down Geodude, I wrote down Machop, Zubat, your typical mountain Pokemon, cave Pokemon almost, that would be in mountains. And they're both from both generations in both mountain ranges, and probably from others. Meditite and Nosepass I put down because they're in Mount Coronet, and Larvitar and Teddiursa and Phanpy from Mount Silver in Johto. I'll talk about Phanpy in a little bit. I think that I also put down Chimecho and Bronzor, also from Mount Coronet, because Bronzor is from Gen 4, and Chimecho and Chingling. I'm also going to bring up Chingling too in this, but Chingling is also spawning in Mount Coronet and Sinnoh, as well as its evolution Chimecho, which is more of a rare spawn because of the evolution. So let's talk about a lot of things, okay? So first of all, a lot of Pokemon that are already shiny. So if you need that shiny Zubat or shiny Geodude, shiny Nosepass is on there too. That would be a really good one to hunt for. I put down Teddiursa and Phanpy because they're they're not regionals, version exclusives. I've been playing Pokemon Go too much, and it's been a while since I played main series games. Version exclusives, Gold and Silver, because Phanpy is in one version and Teddiursa is in the other, and they're both in Mount Silver, or at least their evolutions, Ursaring and Donphan are. So I'm thinking we may get shiny Phanpy earlier if they decided to drop a shiny, which, I mean, it'll be kind of like I don't know how to feel about it, but we'll still have new shinies in the Johto Tour. But I feel like Phanpy may be the new shiny if that's what we're going with. If they decided to not drop shiny Phanpy early, I think shiny Chingling would probably be making its appearance, and I think they'll have to do some kind of egg bonus for this event, because honestly, I think 2Ks would be probably better than just doing 7Ks from gifts. That was like a Christmas thing. I don't want to do it again, but if we can get them from 2Ks and get a chance for a shiny Chingling, because we have shiny Chimecho now, I don't know, but that's what I narrowed it down. I also threw in one more, and that's like a new Pokemon in the game. It's actually a new form of a Pokemon, and I decided to kind of like bend the rules a little bit because we're talking about Sinnoh, but they didn't say anything about Ancient Sinnoh. Technically, even though we don't know anything, I decided to throw in Hisuian Growlithe, and the reason for that is because thus far it's the only one that I could think of that is like a rock ground type that is currently a Hisuian form for Ancient Sinnoh. And since we're going to have Hisuian forms because of Legends Arceus, and we're going to assume we're going to have Hisuian forms for the promotion of this game, or any time throughout the year of 2022, we might as well throw in Hisuian Growlithe in the mix. And then of course we have the Power Plants event. I'm calling this the Power Plant until they announce what it is, but we have an Electric Steel type event, so it's going to specifically have Pokemon Electric or Steel spawning everywhere. And again, it is based off of the Kanto region's very own Power Plant, which doesn't really have a lot of spawns in this, because we have Pikachu, we have Voltorb and Electrode, Magnemite and Magneton, and Electabuzz. That's 6, right? But I'm assuming that they're going to just drop Voltorb and Magnemite in the wild. They could throw out Electrode in the mix. Who knows? But I decided to add some more in the region, or different regions. Mainly Gen 3 and Gen 5. So let's list them out. So I put down Plusle and Minun on the list just because we have those Spotlight Hours coming up that will be in that same time frame, which, by the way, it's January 19th through February 1st for this 2-week event. So I figure like they need to add in something more to the mix. So that's why I'm throwing in some Gen 3 and Gen 5 Pokemon. Thus far, what I'm listing out is not sounding good, but hear me out. We have Joltik, Klink, Ferroseed, and Tynamo. Now, these 4 are in a certain area in the Unova region called the Chargestone Cave. I know that's not a power plant, but it is a mix of electric and steel types, so I think we just toss them there for occasion. And then I decided, if it's going to be a 2-week event, we got to have something interesting, right? And so there's 2 things that I threw in there into the mix. One I think it's going to less likely happen, and one that I think will most likely happen. But I just want to get the less likely out of the way. Less likely, Pachirisu. Pachirisu is from the Sinnoh region, and it is a regional exclusive of Pokemon Go. It's mainly in Canada and Russia. I think it'd be really cool to have Pachirisu mixed in, just so that people can get it in the Pokédex. And I just threw in Hisuian Voltorb, because by the time that Legends Arceus is released in the Pokemon Nintendo Switch game, you know, we're going to have it released on the 28th, so that's close to that, and then we'll have something. But I just thought maybe we'll have a Hisuian form early. Hisuian Voltorb, I mean, we have Voltorb in the game, so why not toss in Hisuian Voltorb, which is an electric grass type? I mean, I know it sounds crazy to drop this Hisuian forms early, but I just have a feeling that if we're going to have this, we might as well have something, because I feel like the Power Plant one is going to be like a 2-part event, and I think part 2 would have both Pachirisu and Hisuian Voltorb. But that's just a speculation and a prediction. But again, after doing all this research and considering what could be spawning, I don't know. We could be wrong about some of this stuff. Maybe there's some things they'll actually do. But let me know in the comments below. What do you think is going to be featured, or some new shiny? Oh, you know what? That's one thing I forgot to talk about. The new shiny. Because there are some Pokemon from, you know, Gen 5 that I listed out for that Power Plant event that did not have a shiny yet. And they are Joltik and Tynamo. I think out of the 2, I think shiny Joltik is most likely to drop in the month of January. Maybe. I could be wrong. Because everything in Kanto is already shiny. So we need like a new shiny. Again, just let me know in the comments below what do you guys think is going to happen. That's pretty much all I have for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. And hopefully we'll get some details about the Power Mountains and the Steel Electric type events. Peace out.